Welcome to Retriever Ridge. Today is day 4 of these puppies. I've got a little Fudge here. It's a little chocolate male. And we're going to go through some things here in a second and show you some what we need to do to take care of a litter of puppies. The last video, I'll post a link down below, was how to whelp a litter of puppies. Well, they've whelped and they're here. We have 9 beautiful puppies. But now we've got to be able to take care of them. So I'm going to show you some things that you're going to need, some things you need to do, and show you how to do those. So one of the first things I want to let you know about, I've got all of my dogs. I had them in a more open area where I could watch them while she was in labor out in the living room area with this welcome box that I made. But now I moved them off into my dog shop. And so I did that because I wanted them to kind of have some privacy. I want mom to have some privacy. Waylon is a really good dog, but she, like any mom, she's a little protective of her puppies, so she feels more safe in a room like this where there's not a lot of people around. I have a lot of kids in the house, so they love the puppies, but she needs to be away from those because she needs to be able to do the things she needs to be able to do with the puppies, and she needs to be able to feel safe and not stress out herself. But so we put them in here. I have my heat lamp turned off right now. That needs to be on 24/7. I only have it off for this video because it makes my lighting look funny. But we need the heat lamp on all the time. They need to be able to moderate their body temperatures. I'm gonna put him back in here, let him go see mom while I talk. But their body temperatures fluctuate a lot that first couple of weeks. They can't control them. And so what they'll do is when they're cold, they'll climb up under the heat lamp and get warm. And when they're too warm, they'll climb back out. You notice that Waylon pretty much lays across the side on the opposite corner away from him because she gets hot, especially when she's feeding and she's doing all of her mom things. But so you need the heat lamp on. What I wanted to show you was inside of this box. I don't think you can see it. It's basically a thin blanket. It's just enough that's there to soak up any kind of pee or anything that comes from the babies. Mom, it's day 4. She's still having a little bit of bleeding just here and there. She's barely leaking at all. That's about to dry up. But that catches anything. I take those, I clean it out daily, go wash it with some sanitizer and some washing soap. And then I get sanitizer and hot water and clean what's underneath, which what I have is a piece of linoleum flooring. It's vinyl, and so it's really easy to clean. It's not porous like my concrete floor can be. You can get all the germs up. You can sanitize it and get it really clean. And so I would recommend putting something under your whelping box. I'm thinking about before my next litter of puppies, I'm going to build this up on my whelping box up on a stand. Instead of having to use a heat lamp, I saw the other day they have this plate that's about this big that you just plug up, you set the temperature on it, and it's just a warming plate basically. And you put your blanket on top of that. It's in the middle and an inset down into the base of your whelping box, and the puppies can just lay in that, and you don't have to have the light. It's just a warm plate, and they can move on and off of it with the same philosophy, but you don't have to worry about the light hanging above them, making it secured, making sure it's secured, not falling on top of them, and all that kind of stuff. So I may do that next. Keep a lookout for that in the future. But some other things that you're going to need, you need a laundry basket. This is what you're going to transport puppies in a lot when you're taking them out to do things with them and putting them back when you're cleaning and all that kind of thing. So put you a blanket in the bottom of it and use that to transport them in and out, to carry them places, to do the things you need to do. The next thing is weighing them. We weighed them on day 1 when they were born, immediately after they were born. And so we recorded that weight. I'm keeping it in a spreadsheet on my computer. And so each day after that, in the evenings at about the same time, I weigh them. So once every 24 hours, they get a weight down to the 10th of an ounce. So most of these puppies, the day they were born, they average just over a pound and 1 ounce. We'll just say that's probably about the average. That's day 4 now, and they have all gained anywhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 6 ounces since day 1. So little food scales that I use in a bowl. Put a towel on the bottom of that just to pat it so they're not on a cold bowl. And set it down there and wait for them to kind of settle down and get you a good weight on them. Record that and then track that and watch it every day. And that's important because you don't want puppies falling behind. They start falling behind early, it's hard to catch them back up. So if I do have a puppy, the lower weight puppies, when I'm here with them in the evenings, I will take a designated time and have the other puppies out, the ones that have the higher weights. And if I have 2 or 3 that have lower weights, I'll stick them in with mom and let them feed while I'm doing other things with the bigger puppies, for 10 minutes. So they can kind of catch up and drink a little more milk. And so that's a good way to keep track of which puppies are falling behind and which puppies are ahead, and rotating them, trying to keep them all even, keep them all at healthy weights and gaining weight. They should gain something every single day. If they don't, then work on fixing that problem. You don't want them to get behind. Also, at about day 4, which is what we're at, we clip the tips off of their nails. Their nails get very sharp really quick. And so I'll show you on this little puppy. They're just little pointy nails. And all you want to do is just take the tip right off. That keeps them from hurting mom when they're feeding. And it also keeps them from hurting or from tearing at the bedding. You know, and you'll start to notice in the bedding, they'll have little balls where they kind of pull up the bottom. So you want to trim the tips off. And this can be a pretty fun job. Probably get my wife to come help me do that here in just a little bit. Get each one of those because there's a lot of them. They're not going to like it, but as time goes by, as we work with them, they're going to get better. They're going to get more used to it. I'll finish his up in a minute. The other thing that we want to do is, I do basically a type of stimulation to the puppies that helps their nervous system develop. And so I'll just go ahead and show you with this puppy. And what this does, I'll put a link in the description down below, but this is going to help them. You do this from about day 3 or 4 to about day 16, but it's just a series of 4 things that you do to help their nervous system develop. And it's proven to make a better puppy. It's proven to make a stronger puppy. You hold them up, straight up like this, let the blood rush down for 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. Then you're going to hold them upside down for 3 to 5 seconds. Let that blood rush. You're stressing their system is what you're doing. Stressing their system on the back, 3 to 5 seconds. And then you put them on a cold washcloth for 3 to 5 seconds, which you can't see that, but I've got that right down here for 3 to 5 seconds. They're not going to like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They try to climb off the washcloth because it's cold, but it stresses their system, and it develops a stronger heart, a stronger adrenal system, a stronger immune system. It just helps them in so many ways, and it's a very good thing. I like to call it super dog training. But like I said, I'll post a link in the description so you can see some of the reference to that. And that's about it as far as the things that you need to do with your puppies. We'll go on to mom. You have to make sure mom is healthy. She's in here now letting them feed. And one of the things I like to do with her, make sure after about day 3 or 4, she needs to be getting up and make sure she's getting out of the box and that she's going out and spending some time walking around outside, going to the bathroom. I have a raised bed in this room. She can get out of here and go lay on it, and it's close to the puppies. I keep her water and her food in here as much as she wants it. I just keep it there so that she can get down and eat when she wants to. It's important to make sure that she's keeping her weight up and she's eating plenty. I have her on puppy food. I put her on puppy food once I verified that she was pregnant. I switched her slowly over to puppy food because puppy food has a lot more vitamins and nutrients and carries a little more fat and stuff in it to help her keep the weight on and help her keep her system up. And it also helps a transition when we transition these puppies later over to puppy mash. I'll use the same food, and so their system's already kind of used to that because her body is on that food, and she's making milk that is made by her who's already on that food. So it helps with that transition as well. So make sure you water, food. That's about it. Make sure that mom just watch mom. Check mom's temperature. Check her temperature. 24 hours after she gives birth, because before birth it drops down to 98 degrees or something, like I told you in the previous video. That's a signal that your puppies are about to be born. But in a normal puppy, a normal dog, the temperature should be between 101 and 102. So you want to make sure that she's staying in that level. If you notice that her temperature is off, track it once a day. If you notice it's off, it could be something. It could be a clogged milk duct that is getting infected. It could be something. Maybe she has some afterbirth that didn't come out. It's getting infected, and you need to go to the vet if you notice that temperature is high at all. Because without a healthy mom, we do not get healthy babies. Mom has got to be healthy. Mom has got to be happy. Mom has got to feel not stressed. Mom has got to have food and water. Like it's up to her to be, to keep these puppies healthy. So we got to make sure she's healthy. Make sure she's resting, but make sure she's getting up and going on walks and stuff too. So that's about it. Keep an eye out for the next video. We'll have one out in a few days, and I'll have some other things that we'll talk to you about that you do with these puppies as they get older. But please like and subscribe if you like this video, and go back and watch the first video if you haven't watched it yet. Thanks a lot.